What I want to know is when you're clearing a ship like that, are you gonna brace?
Oh, dude, check that out.
You gonna brace like that?
I think she likes him, pretty certain.
I mean, they're setting it up for a lot of fraternization, which would have gotten you kicked out of the Naval Academy. Actually, as an officer, I probably would have been like a kilometer or two away.
Absolutely.
Someplace.
Yes, sir. We would do whatever you say, sir, even if it's completely asinine and we could all die. Absolutely, sir.
Welcome to Black Rifle Coffee's Veterans React. I'm Richard Ryan. Today, I'm joined by Nick Norris and Marcus Capone.
Stoked to be here.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, give everyone a little bit about your backstory and who you are, what you do.
So Nick Norris spent about 10 and a half years in the SEAL teams from 03 to 13 on the West Coast and finished up at SQT. Actually, that's where Marcus and I met each other. And then got out, veteran entrepreneur, own a company called Protect Products. And I actually sit on a board of a nonprofit that this guy started with his wife that supports psychedelics for veterans to help mental health issues.
Very cool.
I'm Marcus Capone. I was also a Navy SEAL. I spent 13 years from 2000 to 2013. I worked for Nick, or with Nick, also a veteran entrepreneur. As Nick mentioned, I started a nonprofit with my wife. We support resources and research and advocacy work for psychedelic medicine.
Very cool.
So that's what we thought we were coming here today to talk
No,
about.
but instead we just got, all these silly videos.
Oh, no way.
Yes, sir.
If I'm not mistaken,
One of the greatest Navy SEAL
ever.
movies ever.
every one of you has orders to report to the mess deck for the party. You stand fast.
That's what happens when you get in trouble. You become a chef in the teams.
Goddamn cook's a seal. Shut up and listen.
Somebody had to know though, because of the way he's staring people down, he just walks around with this like air of confidence. So
Yeah.
that he probably was a SEAL officer.
I put up with a lot of your shit just because the captain likes your cooking. This time, he is not going to be here to save your butt.
Is that the CO? It's definitely an officer, because he's obviously just yelling at someone beneath him for no reason.
Typical.
Yeah.
Little flavor.
Oh, and spit in there too. Why not? I'm better than you just because I have bars on my...
He's trying to restrain himself right now.
You worked hard on that soup.
Striking an officer!
Big push. It's a big push.
Come on, that's not striking an officer. That's striking an officer. Okay, all right. Okay.
No more
Did
cooking
you
soup
see
for you.
how he quickly was able to shift the energy away and push that guy away?
Yeah. Look at hand lock, wrist lock, stop, lock. I mean, if I was a SEAL officer and I saw a chef with hands like that, I mean, I'd recruit him to Buds.
Yeah.
For sure.
Immediately.
Go to the brig.
Nobody goes to the brig without the old man's signature.
Good point. Secure him in the meat locker.
This is typical. I think they, if you did something wrong, you just get locked in a freezer by yourself.
Steele.
Yes, sir. We would do whatever you say, sir, even if it's completely asinine and we could all die. Absolutely, sir.
He is an extreme psychopath. He hates officers.
Just to make you feel better about yourself, sir.
If he tries to escape, shoot him right here.
You can't assault a shipmate like that.
I don't think you're allowed to put on like 05 or 06
You cannot.
until
You
put
cannot
on
poke
it.
somebody in the third eye like that.
You're wrong. You got shit for brains, Private.
Whatever you guys do, do not let the chef.
Oh, man.
Come on.
I didn't see that coming.
This was a typical tactic. To wildly shoot on automatic
everybody.
as you
Yeah.
enter the room.
Hello.
We all lock him in the freezer trick.
Son of a bitch!
Checking the
just
dead guy's pulse.
There's a couple liters of blood underneath his torso, but this just shows his skill. It's like in the dark as he's evading two armed gunmen.
I got pots and pans. I don't care if you got an MP5. Look at that.
There we go.
Look at that.
Throwing knife.
Whip.
Boom, right in the jugular. We spent a whole day at Buds on the range throwing knives. I just was never good at it.
His footwork is impeccable, though. Did you see that, Marcus? And
Heel toe?
it was the heel toe
He was heel
shuffle.
toe. He was heel toe walking.
You're gonna hear that sidearm fire.
Yeah, the rest of the guys that are assaulting the ship right now haven't heard any of this.
Nothing. MP5 with a can? Nada.
You see this? These are cut everywhere.
What is that?
Who's she? Is she an officer?
He hates officers.
I think she was the stripper that
Stripper in the cake.
they allowed to come onto the
right.
naval vessel. Which is typical. I mean, this is all.
Jack Carr knew her whole history.
Did he really?
Erica Liniak, for those who remember, of Baywatch fame. Am I the only one?
Jack is such a dude.
He's awesome. Doesn't even have to look.
He feels it. He just
Yeah.
knows. I mean, the best operators just know.
Hold him over there!
And the retired officers are joining in now.
Who's this?
Callaway, gunner's mate, second class, 4446.
And we know the officers aren't grabbing anybody on the ground that's hurt.
True, yeah. I mean, we have a bunch of enlisted guys to do that for us.
I'm trying to get a hold of Chief Ryback. Is he about?
He's in a gunfight right now. I'm gonna have to take a message.
Give me an update. I'm an officer.
Hold on. Here.
Yes, sir.
I see that you completely disobeyed my order.
Like, now you tell me why no decisions are going to be made right now.
Sorry, sir. You can court-martial me if I live, sir.
A lot of very high-ranking officers.
There you
in the
go. Thank
room.
you.
You understand that?
Yes, sir.
I wanted you to say it. I didn't want to be the bad
Hey,
guy.
man, I know that a lot of nothing is happening in this room.
You understand that?
Yes, sir.
I think he's a surface warfare officer, and he has a Navy Cross.
Don't
It's
judge.
not impossible.
Yeah.
Not impossible at all, but it's.
Just because you don't have one, don't have to make fun of the actor with one.
I'm
Exactly.
sorry. Yeah.
Look at the guy on the right with the trident. You see that? Trying to figure out what's going on in the big
I
Navy.
think the highest. I think the highest.
No idea. He's like, why am I even in this room?
What?
But I think the surface warfare officer had a Navy Cross. The SEAL admiral had like a NAM as his top.
Probably. But at least the SWO kind of knows what's going on.
All right, listen to this. Everyone listen up.
He's about to make a sound tactical decision
Global strategy.
for Steven Seagal to execute on the ground.
Holy God.
What I want to know is when you're clearing a ship like that, are you gonna
Oh,
brace?
dude, check that
you gonna
out,
brace
man.
like that?
I mean, it takes a full week to learn how to clear rooms with two weapons crossed like this.
Coming behind you! What are you doing?
The safest place on this ship is right behind you.
Most people don't get through it.
Mr. Light, come back here!
Did you see how he went around the corner? Like. Oh, here we go.
I heard you can swim.
Swimming at night with a sub that looks like a styrofoam toy.
There's someone in the water! Back behind you! I saw someone in the water!
I mean, it would be an accurate combat swimmer op, right? I mean, he's swimming on the surface.
People actually watch this and think this is what's going on.
I mean, I think I probably watched it as a kid and said, I want to kill a bunch of people with knives and run around and shoot people with 2 MP5s.
Absolutely. And then you became an officer.
Crushed all my dreams.
Hello, sir.
It's a shame you're not cooking for us.
There's the stripper.
Who's just become an amazing tactician in the last 60 minutes of combat.
What do we got going on here?
Need to follow this river up east to get to the first pass.
Let's take the boat. But take it quietly.
I've never seen this one, but I mean, obviously it's all daylight.
It's probably real.
It looks legit. Everything's very neat and orderly. I think they're boarding like speedboats to go out and do a training evolution.
Have you ever seen a boat like that?
I've never seen one. It looks like a fishing boat with like some plastic around the. So they're
used
the
to have toys that
first
look like
female Navy SEAL.
Have you used one of these? I'll take that as a yes.
Oh, I love this. Look at, he's
An analyst,
steering
though.
with his right hand while he's holding cover with his left hand. Remember when we were taught that? A lot of hand signals.
I think this is like an SQT FTX right here.
Definitely.
Go, go, go!
They actually had not hit anything except
Did you
for
see
the
that?
windows.
Everybody, they hit everything around the window. That was amazing. Those weapons aren't good at 25 yards, you know?
Yeah.
Right flank, Brother Jay, on me!
Marcus, I'm just going to let you run point on the tactical
You
commentary.
know,
Call it?
I mean, we can't talk about tactics.
I don't even know where that
That's
fire
illegal.
came from.
So a vehicle with a weapon on it that can shoot probably like 2 miles away pulls up 10 feet from them.
Yeah, I think the...
Because you want to be right there. You want to make sure you don't miss.
Jay, we've been fucked with the 50 cal.
That's a Dishka.
So it's a Dishka.
Yeah, Dishka.
A Dishka pulled up on target and we're all sitting outside. I think there would be some major issues. Probably his head should have been off if a Dishka round hit the corner of the building.
Nice.
I think the Dishka rounds should be going like through the corner of the building
man.
and blow his head off.
What you want to do?
Actually, as an officer, I probably would have been like a kilometer or two away on the
absolutely
rooftop
would.
someplace. So like none of this, I can't provide you guys any tactical commentary of substance.
You said fighting wasn't the only thing you were good at?
If there's a shot of like the officer sitting next to his radio man providing updates.
It isn't.
Here we go.
There's these giant trucks and every single guy has made the decision to run into the open with zero cover whatsoever just to start laying down fire. The burning trash in the middle of the bridge is pretty accurate.
For a second sweep.
Copy that.
Love those drone strikes.
This is me.
And the drone is flying at like 400 feet during the day. I think they do that all the time.
That's a good explosion.
Yeah. We actually
It's a Michael
trained
Bay
for that.
quality explosion.
There's a bridge in Coronado that we do that. The instructor staff, they take us and they go about 30 miles an hour and we all have to jump out. Right as the predators dropping explosives.
Yeah, there's a reason there's always a bridge that people are jumping off. I mean, Navy SEALs, Charlie Sheen does it.
See you later!
He doesn't want to be part of the wedding.
Is this really what you want to do, Billy?
Yeah. Well, hell, I guess so. Huh?
You guess so.
I recognize this place. This looks like my alma mater, the Naval Academy.
This is what my dad did when I went to school at Southern Illinois.
I'll see you at Christmas.
Kicked you out of the car?
Kicked me out of the car and said good luck, and off I went. What's this?
This looks like something I never did at the Naval Academy.
You're gonna drown because of you, Risa!
I think you probably did it at like,
Plug holes?
Yeah,
at Great
it's like
Lakes.
at boot camp. I'm trying to think.
Your ship is sinking and you're crying?
What'd they call it? Battle stations. You didn't have battle stations?
No, I think you people did do this at the Naval Academy. I never got a chance to do it.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, it's supposedly terrible.
Here he goes.
Think she gets the point?
He's trying to get laid.
What was that?
Ma'am, I said I think
He's trying to get laid.
she gets the point, ma'am.
You guys didn't have to do this.
We did, but it wasn't like this.
Okay.
It was completely different.
You want to hit me, Heward?
Cole, this is my drill. I'll handle it.
So she just went from being dry and yelling at them to completely getting in there with them and now being wet as an instructor.
I think that's what you did all the time.
I don't
right?
buy
When
that.
you-
Oh, fight training. Did you guys box at the academy?
We did for like a semester. I think I fought my roommate.
So you all think that you're Rocky Marciano or some shit because you could tag your roommate with a weak-ass right.
But it was with very little instruction. It was like basically go in the ring and fight each other.
Oh, really?
So I had your commanding officer come in here today, show you what real boxing is about.
No technique or nothing.
I mean, they kind of like gave you a little bit of technique, but like when it came down to it, it just like turned into like a street fight, like who could hit each other like harder, and then whoever was like left standing, or if like whoever like made somebody bleed, like you'd get like an A, and then it was on a sliding scale from there.
That's, what's his name?
That right there is what you'll be looking at.
Tyson, nobody knows except me.
Do you understand me?
I was going to say it earlier, but I was totally going to butcher it. I was going to say Tyrese, but it's not.
I think it is.
Maybe it is
Tyrese.
Tyrese.
Sir, yes, sir!
You're right, we're wrong.
This man has been making your life miserable for the last 2 months. It's your chance for a little payback. Anybody gonna come in here with him?
I'll do it.
I think she likes him, pretty certain.
I mean, they're setting it up for a lot of fraternization.
You trying to lose your virginity?
which would have gotten you kicked out of the Naval Academy.
Come on, son.
He's the drill sergeant that was yelling
So
at him.
he's like the upperclassman.
Ah, that's what he is.
And apparently a Marine. If I took a strike in the face like that, I'd
I like how he stopped those punches.
I mean,
with his
maybe I'm
face.
just weaker. I mean, most people, I think Andy Stumpf would say I am weaker than the average person, so I would have fallen.
Andy would never roast anybody like that.
And Johnny's just sky trash right out the door. If it was a real first-time jumper, he would detonate that entire group with his face. That's fake as fuck.
Andy has proclaimed me to be the shortest Navy SEAL that has ever existed.
It's okay, Jay.
We'll pull up Andy watching G.I. Jane, and you can comment on him watching G.I. Jane.
I mean, I'm actually...
Two birds, one stone.
Now I'm going to play defense because if you guys are truly going to have Andy talking shit about me, talking shit about movies, or about him, Andy is slightly better at talking shit to people than I am. Oh, I know, for sure.
If you want me to review something, I will review it hard. I will.
So Andy, please have mercy on me.
People need to know how Navy SEALs react to things.
Have no mercy.
So now we're reacting to Andy Stumpf reacting to movies.
So hold on, why did the guy come into the door and then rack the chamber?
I always have a problem with these.
I mean, I used to him just looking at you and shaking his head. I mean,
Yeah.
that's typically how he shows complete and utter disappointment in you.
And that's just unprofessional to just take your pants off on the way out.
Did you ever pull your pants down and moon everybody while you were leaving the target, just like that?
No, I don't think I have.
Utah, give me 2.
Utah, give me 2.
Watch this. He's gonna throw a sandwich.
God, did he just unhinge the top of his jaw?
He's so into it. Watch.
Oh, I should have had you give me 3 of these things. What, Lincoln?
All right, back to Navy.
And now it actually gets realistic.
That wasn't realistic because did you see everybody was in perfect form, push-ups?
What are you talking about?
So if this wasn't the Naval Academy, most of them would be on their knees. People would be crying. They'd be like trying to pick people up and get them to the hospital. So the one kid in back, the kid that was barely moving and had his back arched, is more accurate if this was like a Naval Academy beatdown.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How long have you been in the Navy?
Sir, I've been in the Navy all my blooming life, sir. Your mother was a mermaid, my father was gymnastic.
And I actually don't know if you're allowed to do that many push-ups. I think it's actually illegal now to do more than a couple push-ups.
Everybody on your feet. Everyone but Heward is dismissed.
Why?
I mean, when I was there, it wasn't. I mean, obviously, you could basically PT as hard as you wanted, but yeah, not here.
How about some more up downs, Heward?
This is where they're gonna come out and join him. Of course they are. Yeah. I mean, come on.
There's so much camaraderie at the Naval Academy.
What, I'm a plebe. I love rolling on the ground and freezing my ass off.
Look at it, they're like falling in love, staring at each other.
I know.
Y'all trying to make me proud out here tonight, huh?
We don't like to talk about it all that much because it's we don't want to make other people feel bad. But
look at it, they're still doing perfect. They're still doing perfect.
It was very difficult. It was way harder than Bud's was.
What'd you say?
This movie only galvanized the reputation that most people have given us. A reputation is like arrogant.
It's the first thing that we learned.
Condescending.
We make no apology for that.
An air of superiority.
That's the smartest goddamn thing I ever heard.
Well, if there's anything that you guys want to see in future episodes, make sure you leave a comment below. Nick, Marcus, what do you guys got going on? Where can they find you?
You can find me on the Instagram at Nick Norris, I think 1981, or Protect.com.
Not the year you were probably born in or anything.
Come on, I would never do
we
that.
We wouldn't want to dox you here or anything.
Yeah, or Protect.com.
All right, we'll put links in the description below so you guys can find all that stuff. Marcus?
Yeah, same thing, at Marcus Capone on Instagram, and then Veteran Solutions, vetsolutions.org.
Sweet.
I mean, we're biased, but it's like the best nonprofit that exists right now.
It's a bold statement, sir.
I mean, Jared Taylor's on the board with me.
I went to Johns Hopkins University.
Oh, no. That's got to be good.
We don't tell anybody that, but it's okay.
Probably breaching all kinds of NDAs.
Well, I'm sure we'll be doing plenty of stuff. We'll put some links in the description so you guys can check all that stuff out on the website and whatnot. And we appreciate you guys stopping by. See you guys next time. Bam.